Hello, everyone. So I decided it'd probably be a good idea well, there's two things. So Carolyn B wanted me to read on Tom Homan, but I thought what I would do is do his health first so that we can get a different perspective, because we keep pretty much getting the same cards, well, a lot of the same cards with Trump. And I thought this guy would, I don't know, he's just as disgusting, but I'm thinking we can get a different perspective and see some other cards with health meanings. I thought that might be helpful to you guys. So I'm checking into his health here, and then when I'm done with that, I'll use a different deck and check on his future. So, of course, he's the border secretary or border security dude. He's the monster. He's a monster, just like little Stevie Miller. Oh, okay. Tom Homan. Tom Homan, what is the state of your health? Okay. All right. Yeah, he does have problems communicating, doesn't he? He has a disgusting pie hole. He's like, you look at him and you're just like, ugh, I can't even stand hearing it. Ugh. But when it comes to real problems, besides communication and not being able to, say the words correctly, and it's like, ugh. Anyway, this guy lives from the neck up. He lies, he has nervous system disorders, and maybe some neurological problems at the worst. And I don't think he gets good medical advice. All right, biggest challenge. So this is the forces in motion with his current health. This card, the Fool reverse, two majors right out the gate, tells me this goes together, because this one's out of body, this one's living from the neck up. That works together, right? He is reckless and he's taking risks all the time. He may have an accident, he may fall down. He's super just, ungrounded, not in the body, because I can imagine he wouldn't want to be in his own body. He's disgusting. Oh my goodness, okay. So I'm not going to do the morning, afternoon, evening, night, all of that. I'm just going to do some cards up here and get some more health for him. I don't feel the need to keep going. Okay. Although I could take the 2 off the bottom. Let's do that. Okay. So yeah, he has some strength now. I mean, he looks like a big, strong guy, but not really when you take into consideration these 2 cards where he's just living from his head and the neurological problems here. So with the strength card, I mean, it's not reverse, so I can't say too much about, weakness or exhaustion. Like that would be, or maybe boredom and self-doubt would be the key words. But what I do feel here is the person who is kind of patient with his job. He doesn't mind. He has major control issues. I can't say he has any compassion, though. I think that he's just, I think we could say his body's doing okay now. I have no idea how old the guy is, but he could fall down, right? He could have an accident. Next we come to the Judgment card reversed. Now this is a person who is refusing to go within and examine anything from the past regarding his decisions and his actions. So he, moving forward in time, will be going through his own little hell realm. The Two of Swords tells me he uses drugs to numb out on the health level. His to even think about his health is just not something. He probably goes for checkups, but whatever. He's getting bad health advice anyway. When it comes to the level of health with the the Knight of Swords coming through reversed, this could be problems again with another accident. We've got 2 accident cards here now. Another nervous system card. He could have a violent accident. And with the 9 of Swords, dude's not sleeping. And I think he's probably, probably has a lot of migraines and headaches. Maybe his accident is that he somehow falls going up or down some stairs. Okay, now, or a ladder. So at the foundation of the reading with the 8 of Pentacles and both the 7 and the 8, that's interesting to come out that way. Anyway, 8 of Pentacles first. This is a person who has ulcers and probably IBS, diarrhea, then other times constipation, because you know how that probably works. Digestion problems. With the 7 of Pentacles, again, eating disorders. Now, this card and the 9 of Swords can both be obsessive compulsive disorders. So that's interesting there to have 2 cards with the same meaning. But anyway, grinding of the teeth at night, TMJ, and then the eating disorders, like probably just eats a lot all at once and then goes for a long time without eating and eats whatever he wants to, I imagine. All right, enough of that. Ugh. Okay, well, let's look at his future. And with this one, I'm gonna have to bring the camera up just a little, I think. But I'm using the maybe Lenormand. It's a combination of the Lenormand, or the Lenny, so you can say it however you want. And the Gypsy. We have 52 cards instead of the normal. Oh yeah, he's guilty and in pain, that's for sure. But we have 52 cards instead of 36, so we'll get a bigger story here. I want to know his future. His legal future. What's coming up for him? Well, actually, more than legal. I usually use the Kipper, but for some reason I feel like this is better for now. We can always look at it later if there's an actual trial coming, Okay. Tom Hobag, what is your future? Hobag for Donald John Trump. Hobag for Pervy POTUS. Right there. Oh yeah. Maybe he catches COVID. Well, the very dark soul. Here's the predatory nature that he is and Trump is. The 2 of them together. Let me just get some cards laid out, actually, because they all work off of each other instead of reading each one separately. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, right. And notice how the cross came out again. Oh, my goodness. Okay. I think I'll just stick with 15 because, actually, no. No, let's do a little more. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm glad I went out further because here's his card here. Okay, so move these up a little. Bring the camera or the lens up a little. All right, that probably helps a little better. Okay, so the clouds knighting out to the lightning card tells me that he could be involved in some major weather problems, lightning and, a storm, a weather storm type of a thing. But when it comes to his reputation, I mean, he's going to, the further down the line we go in time, the farther, whatever. I think it would be further in time. Farther down the road we go. He's going to be seen as a guilty, dark force, of course, that did a lot of work for Trump with the predatory nature here. But he's going to have a shocking reality as to, being rewarded, because it's possible that it has something to do with money. So, okay, in the big ugly fucking bill, what are they getting? Something like, was it like 45 billion right away, and then another something. Anyway, altogether 170 billion. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Put the stats in there if you guys know, because I often make mistakes and say billion when it should be million, and vice versa, or add a digit because I'm an idiot. But anyway, I'm remembering something else. Like with E. Jean Carroll, I was conflating two cases together, but I still would rather have her get about $500 million. But anyway, back to here, squirrel moment there. Money going out via very, very nefarious means with the Fox card up here. And I mean, it could even be, this is an assassination card. Remember, this whole reading is about him. So he's going to be seen as someone who's awarded, he's on the take. He's on the take. He's getting a kickback or something else. Wow. Yeah. Slicing some of the money, some of the funds out of that. Yeah, he's getting a big old kickback. That's the simplest way to say it. He's guilty, very guilty of hurting children. He's a dark force that works against children on the planet. Maybe his karmic reward will be a problem for his children that breaks his heart someday. Not that I would ever wish that on any child, but these cards here make me wonder about things like that. And I don't even know if he has any kids. But anyway, he's a predator that is rewarded with money. And this is a scam. He's a fraud. He's not he's not disclosing. He's not legally disclosing. Yeah, here he is. He's not legally disclosing the gifts that he's getting. Wow. But it's all about his goal, his 9 to 5, but for him it's probably more hours than that, but that kind of a job. He's hiding who he really is. There will be big conflict over time coming out from the public, and he will be, because look, he's filling his coffers for himself. So that's going to come if we just go with the four corners here. I mean, check it out. The money goes out. He's not supposed to be taking it. This is a scam and a fraud and, all of that. But that's his goal, and he's hiding it. It's dangerous for him to do that, but he's hiding it, and here it is, and that's weighing on him. And he can't really, in his life, he won't be able to move forward because he's exiting the reading over here. And all of these cards are sneaking up behind his back. You know, he's not facing the future. It's the past that is catching up with him. And there's, you know, he will be seen. It's like, you know, Nazi Germany, Himmler and Goebbels and, you know, all of that. They will be seen legally at some point, because you know, the little tower card in the Lennies is a card of legal issues because of the high position that he has been given. And it's a conflict of interest for him to take money. It's a conflict for the foundation of all families in America to be doing, for them to be doing what they're doing. These ICE agents that are not, we don't even know if they're real ICE agents. You know, they're masked. They're masked. And I'll do a separate reading on how that's going to go later, but it's heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking. And it doesn't need to be that way. And as time, like I was feeling in the beginning of the reading, as time goes by, we are going to, the public here, we are going to feel shattered. And even though this reading's about him, it's telling why he's shattered, because we're feeling shattered, and we see he and the whole, you know, flump administration as the predator, and we're shocked. And people, you know, they need to, not everybody cares about it the way we do. Some people want, it's just awful. Some people are just very racist. But the big percentage of us, no, we're not. And that's at the foundation of our country, is to be helpful and supportive with immigration and asylum seekers. And I mean, it's what our country was founded on. My goodness. Anyway, I'm seeing this book here too. Besides something being hidden, this could be the letter of the law of the Constitution, because all these cards are weighing on him, right? And remember, he's not really moving forward. Well, he moves forward with all of this on him. This is a lot. This is scam, fraud, predatory shocks to the system. It's all about money. He takes money. He receives money. He's breaking apart families. This darkness, and all he's doing is helping himself. But legally, it's going to catch up to him at some point. And if it's not in this lifetime, this would also be, you know, the Akashic records and his karma that will follow him wherever he goes. And remember, with the other, you know, with the health reading, dude ain't sleeping. So, okay. This line here tells me that he's attracted to conflict. I forgot to tell you guys when I was shuffling to allow for reversals that the Five of Swords popped out twice. And that's my card for somebody with a lot of really deep inner conflicts and that addiction to negative pleasure, where they love hurting other people. They love seeing other people in pain. They love, you know, the worst of the worst. It's just or the worst things to do to people. He's awful. He's terrible. That's why we have these cards over here. And that's why we have the clouds coming out, the very first card out. This is a dark, dark soul who's very guilty, very burdened, and he's nothing more than a little, you know, helper for the predatory POTUS we have. Yeah. Okay. So, but anyway, if I mirror some cards together to focus in a little bit more, he's in a dangerous position legally and karmically. He is taking advantage of, he's an opportunistic that's taking advantage of money any way he can. It's all of us in the public and the community and our interactions together that will shatter his reality. Up here, to cover these a little bit more, well, I did already mirror these together, but just to reiterate, he could be assassinated. There could be a target on him already. Or, yeah, I mean, we never know. Also with the fox, it can be just a, fraud, scam, artist kind of, sneaking up, trying to sneak up and get people in shocking ways. That's his goal, and this is all on his soul and his humanity as he moves forward in time. And he will be shocked to his foundation, to his body, soul, the foundation of who he is, and his family will go through shocks. And if he's married and has kids, I don't know. And then he loves to roar and be the big guy, thinks he's the king of the jungle, but there's a major conflict of interest on him to be receiving money and to be, hurting people. So, yeah, I'm pretty much just saying the same things there. But then down here, he is receiving a payout, legally, he'll be rewarded someday. I really do need to do a Kipper reading on him at some point. But we need to wait until he gets into more trouble first. This is the backstory. And then, he's always looking for new ways to feed his coffers, is what I'm getting there. And he's just, he's a henchman for Blotus, Tweaker Taco, Don Cornholio. So, okay, that's all I have. Take good care, you guys. Bye.